Welcome students to today's online video class, and today we are going to discuss the second part of the story, The Boy Who Borrowed. Now in the last video we had discussed that Benny, the character in the story, was in the habit of borrowing things from his friends and he never returned those things. हमेशा चीजें मांग मांग के लाता था और उसे कभी नहीं लौटाता था. He was fond of reading books, so he used to borrow books from his friends and he never returned them. Why? Because he was very happy to see that his bookcase was filling up with books. So he never thought to return those books. Now, one night, what happens? He has a peculiar dream. He dreamt of a strange thing happening. He saw that all his books were angry with him, they were disgusted with him, and they started running out of his house and they went back to their respective owners. So, let us find out whether it was only a dream or whether it happened in reality. But whatever it may be, चाहे सपने में हुआ हो या हकीकत में, after this incident, Benny resolved, he decided that he will never keep anything which he has borrowed from others. उसने फैसला कर लिया कि जो भी मांग करके लाएगा टाइम पे उन चीज़ों को वो लौटा देगा. So let us read out the second part and let us find out what is in the story further. So here we go for the second part. And then one night something happened. It was something very peculiar. Peculiar means very strange, very unusual. And Benny quite thought it was a dream. After that, what happens? Let us find out. He sat up in bed because he thought he heard a noise. Surely there were voices in the other room where he kept his books and toys. Benny slipped out of his bed. He listened outside the door of the room. Yes, there were voices. It's too bad, said a voice. I don't belong to Benny. I belong to John. I have got his name inside me. So have I, said another voice. यानी ये सारी चीज़ें बुक्स, डिफरेंट बुक्स आर टॉकिंग टू देमसेल्व्स. अलग अलग किताबें आपस में बात कर रहे हैं. And I belong to Bill, said a third voice. He loved me very much and read me 6 times. Now I am stuck here in Benny's shelf and I don't like him. He doesn't treat me properly either. He is turned some of my sorry. He has turned some of my pages down to mark his place, and that's a horrid thing to do with books. Horrid. The word horrid means very bad or something very horrible. So, what was the horrible thing Benny did? He turned some of the pages of a book. Now, I belong to Mary, said another voice. I was a birthday present from her mother and she liked me. Now I have to stay here. Though I know Mary has an empty place in her bookcase waiting for me. Mary's book is saying that it doesn't like to be with Benny. मैरी का किताब कह रहा है कि उसको जल्दी से जल्दी मैरी के पास वापस जाना है. Let's go, said another voice. Why should we stay here? Let's run down the stairs and go to that little room where there was always a window left open for the cat. Come on, we won't stay here and be borrowed book any longer. Good gracious, thought Benny in alarm. Benny was very shocked. Why, it's the book. Why, it's the book talking. Would you believe it? The door was pushed open. Books came out, pushing and jostling, eager to get down the stairs. As you can see, how the books are walking down the stairs. They walked over Benny's toes and didn't seem to notice him at all. He was too frightened to stop them or even to say a word. They tumbled helter skelter. Helter skelter means here and there. And pushing and jostling means just getting ahead of each other. They tumbled helter skelter down the stairs. They went into the little room off the hall and found the open window. Then there was silence. Benny went back to bed, trembling. He didn't like it at all. He fell asleep, and when he woke up in the morning, he laughed. "Oh, mother," he said at breakfast time, "I had such a funny dream. Last night I dreamt that all my books went walking downstairs and ran away." "Well, well, what a queer dream to have," said mother. But what do you think? When Benny went to get his school books that morning, he found his bookshelves quite empty except for his own books. All the others had gone. Now this was a very strange thing. अगर बेनी ने सपना देखा था तो सच में सारे के सारे बुक्स गायब कहाँ हो गए. When in the morning he went to his bookshelves, it was empty. Benny sat down suddenly because his legs felt queer. Queer means peculiar, strange, unusual. Okay? So it hadn't been a dream. It was real. It had happened. Those books he had borrowed had gone off in a temper. Temper means anger. And left him. They would all be back with their right. They would all be back with their right owners now. So this is the end of page 34. We'll stop here, and the meanings and other notes will be provided to you. So go through it, read the chapter well, and try to understand it. In the next video, we shall read the concluding part of the story. Thank you and have a nice day.